Play time, national anthem. It is located right down the street at 81. Osseo Inclusion Center has been fixing cars off the field neighborhood since 1979. Also, pick up a free raffle ticket for your chance to win a $25 gift card to Canada Pizza at Edwards Center One booth, located on the entry gate. There will be a winner drawn and announced at the end of the first and third quarters.
Back at Hanson Stadium, just about ready to get this one kicked off. The Orioles did win the coin toss, but have deferred to the second half, so they will kick it away, and Coon Rapids will get the first chance on offense. And as we talked about in the open, Howie, both of these teams looking for a much better night offensively than they had in the opener, but facing a more manageable opponent.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think they just, like we talked about in the open, let's forget about what happened last week and let's just work on maybe a different type of game plan and do little different things. You know, I think that we talked about they really want Jeremy Oddie just to give other guys a chance and an opportunity, but he has to be protected up front first and foremost.
And as you mentioned as well, the Cougars really keying on Danny Scheller after the first couple of series and forcing Coon Rapids to do some other things. But that is the need also for the offenses, for the other pieces to be dangerous enough to open up room that teams really can't focus too much attention on the top running back.
No, and defensively for Osseo, since they'll be on defense first, you know, they just want to use their speed. You know, he feels that Coach Stockhouse feels that their guys tackle well and they move to the ball. So we'll see.
John, a good kick fielded by Scheller at the 10. He's going to take it to the right side, has a couple of blockers, cuts back out across the 30. He's stopped off after a nice return, and Coon Rapids will have decent starting field position.
One of the things that Coach Russin and I spoke of is, you know, what they need to do today to just get past that game a week ago. And they said, just have to play disciplined football. You know, that's something that's really important for this team is to be disciplined on both sides of the ball, but also be aggressive. And they can't lose any of that aggression, too. So we'll see how this unfolds. Just shake that first week loss off and move forward.
They will start out of the shotgun. Two receivers on the right side for Adi. Sends a man in motion. Handoff goes to Scheller. He's hit almost immediately. Spins forward for a short gain.
And again, you know, I know Coach Stockhouse watched the game last week and watched what Danny Scheller can do and watched what the defense from Centennial did to Danny Scheller and limit him and just put a shadow on him and make sure that if Danny was going to beat them, they were not going to miss a tackle for sure.
2nd and 8. Little swing pass to Scheller, left side, just beating his man to the corner. He's got a first down. He's out of bounds. A flag flies.
That's coming back.
And it is going to be, we'll see where they mark it off from. It'll still be a gain, just not a first down and not the big first down. But nice to see Danny using his speed to find that opening.
Well, and again, they did a really nice job on the edge to hold that block to allow him to gain that corner.
The hold on the block is the problem, though, as well, as good as it was.
Well,
so they're going to mark it off, it looks like, from the 43 is where they're going to start. So it'll set up 2nd and about 7. That was a 2nd and 8 play.
So
let's see where. Oh, they're putting it almost exactly where it was. So it'll pretty much completely negate the play. Let's just do it over. Be back to 2nd and 8 from the 33. But now they're on the near side hash. Joitza will move into the backfield with him. Modified pistol. Strong on the left side. Fake the pitch. Roll out. Adi running for his life. Throws on the run. The pass is incomplete. Too high for Joitza. And there's a flag on the play again.
Let's try to see where that flag was thrown. Looks like officials pointing at the point of the infraction.
Well, they are pointing in the direction of the Orioles.
They are.
So it would appear that this one is going to go against the defense. Now we have a hold on the defense after some discussion. Oh, we also have a personal foul.
Oh, so they're gonna mark that one off.
So Coon Rapids is going to end up with a first down out of this. We just have the limited replay option with 2 cameras here tonight, so not able to see it and discuss it in detail from multiple angles, unfortunately. But
I'm sure Coach Stockhouse not happy with that call on his defense.
Well, and it's going to push him into Osseo territory.
So 25 yards.
Yeah, that was
that's a heck of a penalty. Yep. Yeah, 2. So you add the 2 together because one with the personal infraction, and that gives Coon Rapids pretty good field position.
Yeah, I really wish I could see what especially the personal foul was. Was it just so after the fact that they added an additional 15? It's a huge penalty. And it was a straight snap. Scheller with room on the draw play. Has a man, Waldron, out in front of him directing traffic. Eventually, enough black shirts there to chase him out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Well,
but a gain of about 22.
The entire middle of the field opened up for him, and Adi realized that, boy, he had a lot of real estate in front of him.
That was Danny Scheller.
I'm sorry, Scheller. Realized he had a lot of real estate in front of him.
Well, and I think that was a designed run from the go.
Yep.
And but now we've got Adi spread out in the slot on the right side, and Scheller will stay at the quarterback position.
Well, Coach Russin said he's gonna mix some things up.
Scheller rolling to his right, directing traffic, pumps. He's tracked down and sacked. It's number 9, Lewis Charles, getting to him and dropping him for a loss.
I think that play was a little slow to develop. I think they wanted to send Adi out on on the reception. However, I think it was a little slow to develop. It allowed Lewis to come from his position and make a nice athletic play for the tackle on the loss.
Loss of 5 sets up 2nd and 15 from the 36, or 26 rather. Scheller continues to direct things, and he's got Adi right next to him as well. He'll take the snap, pull it back from Adi. He's swarmed in the backfield. He's going to lose some more, and it'll be 3rd and long.
So I'm not sure if that is his discretion, whether he wants to give it to Adi and then take it back, but I thought that if he had given it to Adi, I think Adi would have been able to pick up some positive yardage. He, by that little bit of miscommunication there, kind of slowed that play down, allowing the defense to get to Danny Scheller. And what was good field position now, 3rd and long, makes it difficult. Obviously 4-down territory, but makes it a little more difficult to pick up a 1st down.
3rd and 16, 3 receivers in. Scheller continues as the signal caller. He has Adi in the backfield with him. Waldron and Joitza are wide to the left. Harold Berry wide on the right. Scheller, straight drop. Rolling to his right now. Looks. He's going to throw on the run. Has a man. Pass complete. Jeremy Walker has a 1st down. Out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Nice job creating an opportunity by Danny Scheller as he's able to use his speed to get to the outside. And a nice throw for the 1st down to move the chains. And on 3rd and long, a nice pass play completion for the Cardinals.
21-yard pickup, 1st and goal from the 6.
Of course, the Cardinals didn't
And
get
it looks like Adi will take over as the signal caller now. Strong side left. Scheller in the backfield with him. Adi looks to throw, wants to fade to the corner. Barry couldn't get there, well defended, and he said something that he shouldn't have. And the official came out and threw the hat as well. And I think this one's going to be tough to swallow on the visiting sideline.
It most definitely is, because that's going to march him back. That was just, whether you agree with the play or not, you can't say something to the official. They're going to call you every single time. You have to be able to control your emotions. I know Coach Russin said disciplined football. That is not disciplined football right there, and he's going to hurt his team because of it.
Oh, they're going to offset. The second one was against.
Well, then he's a very fortunate young man.
Yeah. On sportsmanlike, so after he said something and the flag went up, the Osseo guy who was guarding him, I'm guessing, said something back, and the ref said, that's where the hat went.
Well, I'll tell you, that is even less disciplined than Harold's play was, because all you had to do is walk away, and all of a sudden you're backing him up. Now you're giving him another opportunity from in close.
2nd and goal from the 6. Fake the give. Adi, no room. Will cut back up. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped a little bit short, maybe a loss of a yard.
Yeah, again, really no opportunity for Adi to find some space. Good job by the defense, just staying in their lanes and making sure that they were going to be disciplined on defense and able to bring him down.
So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 7. A solid opening drive for the Cardinals, although it has been a little back and forth, a little sputtering, not a lot of rhythm. We've seen Danny Scheller and Jeremy Adi share the signal calling responsibilities, and now we're going to have our first time out as we're just shy of 4 minutes into this game. And as you mentioned earlier, it was 4-down territory there. It's certainly 4-down territory here.
It really is. But, Joe, they have yet to score a touchdown this season. Obviously, it was just one game, but they really want to put it in here. They want to be able to complete this drive.
And I think that's part of why Harold Berry was so frustrated by the coverage on the far side. He couldn't get into the end zone. He was not able to complete his route, and he felt it was beyond 5 yards, and not the way the officials saw it. But, yeah, both coaches, I'm sure, are going to want to settle their guys down and try and check those emotions. Because, again, obviously, Osseo just barely avoided a shutout last week. They were down 55-0 to Maple Grove when they scored with just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. And so both of these teams, obviously you work hard all summer long. You feel so good coming in, and then to have the first game of the season go that way is never easy.
Nope.
And then you get a more favorable matchup the next week, and you're just so amped up it's nearly impossible to keep the emotions in check. On 3rd and goal, the handoff to Scheller up the middle, not much of anything there. He gets a yard, maybe. They're going to mark it right back at the 7. It'll be 4th and goal.
Well, and if you remember, Joe, at the beginning of the season, and just, even before last game, Coach Russin was saying we have a team. Really, it's unknown. We don't know what we have going into the season, and so I think they saw that in that first game, and they'll see, okay, this is what we have, and this is what we need to work on. So as the season progresses, they hope to be able to build on those things that will be positive.
So a big play both for the Coon Rapids offense and for the Osseo defense. Jeremy Oddie out of the shotgun, looking left. Now scrambles to his right. Wants to run, no chance. He's forced back and out of bounds, and Coon Rapids will turn it over on down.
Yeah, again, just unfortunate drive to end the way it did for Coon Rapids. They had that big penalty and all that positive yardage on the 25-yard penalty. But again, they just couldn't put it in the end zone. Now they turn the ball over on downs, and it's got to frustrate Coach Russin a little bit.
Or a lot.
Yeah.
Again, we go back to those emotions because it's frustrating to all the players in white jerseys as well. Osseo will take over deep in their own end, though, starting from their own 5-yard line. Start with some motion. The handoff goes to Knighton off the left side. He pushes his way out across the 10, a gain of 5.
Yeah, we talked about Knighton at the beginning of the show, senior running back. He's 5'9". He's 5'7", 186. But Coach Stockhouse said he's just runs with a lot of power, a lot of aggression. Runs angry.
Run the counter inside.
There's
I think
a flag.
That's Kalen Blanchette, but I think that might be. No, it was Zamir Johnson.
Was it a face mask or?
That's what I thought it might be. But it was
or could
number 1, Zamir Johnson, coming from that left wing.
Could be
spot.
either face mask, horse collar. Face mask. That's what I thought it was. And then again.
And that'll help get the Orioles out of the shadow of their own end zone.
I know Cardinals are dealing with some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. I know they lost one of their players in practice this week. And so, next man up mentality always takes place. But, I'll just touch back on the fact that you got to play disciplined football. And I don't think Coach Russin is seeing his guys each and every play disciplined football.
Gavin Stahl with 2 runners in the backfield with him. Handoff goes to Johnson up the middle. He's out as far as the 34, a gain of 5.
Bryce Guerin on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Stahl wants to throws left. Receiver over there, Iggy Cooper, fell down. I didn't see the contact.
Well, Coach Stockhouse talked about Iggy Cooper to me. Iggy was a player who started as a sophomore and lost his junior season to an ACL injury.
Oh.
So now back here this season. And they feel that he's a really good athlete and is going to make a big contribution in the passing game.
Fake the give to Johnson. Stahl rolls out, throws, passes complete. A first down for Omar Knighton as he's forced out of bounds across the 40.
Yeah, again, Coach Stocko said you'll see Knighton being used in both the running and the passing game. Just doing a nice job of coming out of the backfield, and your best friend to your quarterback did just that little short pass, and he's able to take it upfield. You can see the power that he has when he's running the football.
So much more hard to stop when he's already going full speed
Yes.
when the ball gets to him. 1st and 10 from the 42. Tight pistol in the backfield. Handoff goes to Knighton. He bangs his way across midfield and looks like he's going to be right at the marker. They're going to give him another first down, another gain of 10.
And again, at the end of that play, he's the one that delivered the punishment. He wasn't going to wait for the Cardinals defender to lay the lick to him. He laid the lick to the Cardinals defensive player.
Third first down for the Orioles on this drive. Cardinals got down to a 1st and goal situation and were held to turn it over on downs. And now Knighton, another solid pickup, 5 yards on the carry, 2nd and 5.
That time again, a good job up front by Osseo on the offensive line. They talked about, Coach talked about their offensive line gelling and playing well. They, even though they didn't have the outcome they wanted last week, they felt the offensive line played well together. And again, it's an opportunity for them to continue to gel here tonight.
Handoff goes to Johnson, hit in the backfield, but able to slip the tackle. Gets upfield to as far as the 40. It'll be 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Cardinals defense to make a play. Unfortunately, they couldn't grab him. Difficult
He is
for Johnson to get.
small in stature,
I was going to say,
but quick and shifty.
Very quick, very difficult to get down. That was another one of the players that Coach Stockhouse mentioned to me.
Johnson, the man in motion. The ball pops away. Stahl just dives on it. Back at midfield. This is going to be a loss of about 10 yards. They're going to mark him at the 49. So it'll be 4th and 11.
Well, that's a tough break.
You got to think that's going to mean a punting situation.
It is.
You were in 4-down territory, but not at 4th and 11.
No, that's a tough break for the Orioles. They were moving the ball. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to punt it away. At least that's the appearance.
Quia Lance is back to boot it away. Really high snap. He had to go up and get it. Able to get it off. Not very good. Shanked toward the sideline and out of bounds at the 31, 32-yard line. 33, they're going to say finally.
33, yep. So, again, good spot for the offense for the Cardinals. But, again, I'm not satisfied with, obviously, the result in their first drive.
And especially for the defense, are you concerned that they were marching?
Oh, no.
And it was really a mistake on their side that ended what was looking to be a promising drive.
Totally agree.
Adi has 4 receivers, and then Danny Scheller in the backfield with him. Quick screen pass to Scheller, right side, gets behind a couple of blockers, gets upfield, and he'll have a first down.
See, and again, that's what they're talking about, getting Danny Scheller in open space. So he's limping a little bit. He's got to come out. That's not good. Let's hope he's okay.
Pickle juice.
I'm not sure Pickle just. He's got Jeremy Shepard is checking on him right now across the extraordinaire. Jeremy Shepard, the best in the business, is checking him out on the other sideline.
So 1st and 10 now from the 43. Handoff goes to Joitza. He's going to pick up about 4 across the 45.
So Scheller's up on the table across the way. Jeremy Shepard is taking a look at his, I don't look like maybe an ankle.
But he was jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I thought maybe more of a
cramp.
Trying to work something out. Pitch goes to Joitza. A lot of traffic in the backfield. He's stopped for a loss at the 45. It'll set up 3rd and 8.
Well, again, good pursuit to the ball by the Oriole defense, and they forced that play out wide, and they did a nice job of making sure that Joitza was not going to get anything positive. Now you're in a passing situation. It looks like Scheller's got his helmet back. That's good to see.
Barry, the man in motion on the right side. That's where Adi rolls. Looks for Barry. It's thrown wide. Incomplete. 4th down.
Yeah, again, that play was just didn't develop. And even if the pass was complete, it wouldn't have been for a 1st down.
Johnson & Johnson, the return men for the Osseo Orioles.
Oh, I need some Band-Aids.
Standing at about the 25, awaiting the punt from Loic Joitza. Timeout, Coon Rapids. They're second already in this first half. Not even out of the first quarter.
No.
43 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they must have seen something they did not like in that setup for that punt. So you call your second timeout and you make sure everybody's on the same page and try and get off a good kick.
It's not Joitza, it's Taylor Neal, the punter. I just saw the 2.
Yeah.
Still Johnson & Johnson standing at their own 25. Good boot from Neal. Samir Johnson will take it from the 25. And he's able to make his way out to the 39-yard line.
Good job by.
And they're going to start with decent field position after that turnover on downs really didn't hurt them. And we'll see if the Oriole offense is able to get rolling the way they were on their opening drive before the bad snap.
Yeah, they did have a nice little drive going, running the football.
Handoff goes to Knighton. Knighton this time stopped up after a gain of 3.
Samson LeClaire on the tackle for Coon Rapids. We've got a lineman slow to get up for the Orioles. That's Michael McGowan.
Well, and neither team really, getting into the rhythm. We talked about it, both teams coming off of lopsided losses week one. But to two of the teams that are expected to battle for the conference title and for section titles in their respective sections. And when you look at the Cardinals' schedule for the season, really, they're the top half, the first 4 weeks, a little softer than the last. A little more
manageable,
yes. Who knows about Farmington at the end, but they start, obviously, with Centennial, which is as tough as they get.
Correct.
The defending state champion. But now you have Osseo here. Then you have St. Michael Albertville at home. And St. Michael Albertville lost their opener to the Anoka? Anoka beat Champlain Park.
Yep.
And Champlain Park is their opponent week 4.
Correct.
Then they face Anoka, Blaine, Maple Grove. All in a row, and I think it goes Maple Grove, Blaine, and Anoka.
It does. Maple Grove's at home,
and then they finish the season against Farmington at home this time. You may remember last year the Farmington game,
the road trip
on the road.
Yep.
And Coon Rapids dropped a 2-point conversion that would have given them the win.
Yep, I do remember
in overtime. And
I'm sure nobody listening to us wants to remember that.
And that's how Farmington actually opened their season this year. Is they played Mounds View week 1 and won in overtime, and it was all the whole difference was a 2-point conversion made versus one that was not. But they had come back they were down late and scored against Mounds View last week in I think in the last minute or so to force the game into overtime, and then were able to win. So good to see that their players able to walk off under his own power. We get back to action. 2nd and 7 from the 42. Knighton shifts to the right. Johnson in motion. Stahl wants to throw, going deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Intended for Isaac Johnson, and well overthrown.
And covered, too. The coverage was good. But, the pass, I don't know if there's a little miscommunication or he saw that he was covered and just decided to throw it a little further away, make sure that nobody would have a chance at it if they didn't. But now it puts you in a 3rd and long, so you're, again, in a passing situation for the Orioles.
1 for 2 on 3rd down on that opening drive. The last 3rd down they faced, it was a high snap over the head of Gavin Stahl and forced that drive to Stahl. Stahl looking to his left, throws complete, reaching back for it was Knighton. He's got the 1st down back into Coon Rapids territory.
And again, you got to have some sort of know where he is on the field. Again, nobody there. An easy 1st down for the Orioles to pick up on 3rd and long.
Yeah, he's been the focus of their offense to this point, and yet he came out wide open. But that's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. When we return, Osseo has a 1st down in Cardinal territory. You're watching high school football on CTN. Back at Hanson Field at Osseo High School, no score between the Orioles and the Cardinals. Osseo, its 2nd possession of the night, back into Coon Rapids territory. 1st and 10, they will start from the Cardinal 47. Gavin Stahl has a couple of friends in the backfield with him. Knighton gets the handoff right up the middle, bounces off first contact, and drives his way down to the Cardinal 41-yard line, a gain of 6.
Again, it all starts up front. Knighton's a very powerfully built young man, and he runs hard and he runs angry, as we talked about. But you open that hole for him, and he's able to get through, and it's difficult to bring him down. Four carries, 26 yards for Knighton.
Well, and yeah, for him to be as open as he was on that third down coming out of the backfield is surprising. Handoff again on second down. Big hole this time. Gets to the outside. He's finally dragged down and thrown out of bounds. And the way he did it is going to draw another flag, and we're going to have half the distance. So I don't know if I don't know what the flag is for, the tackle or something that was said after.
I'm not sure.
It was hard to say it again. We don't have replays to look at, unfortunately, but I don't think it was a horse collar.
It's not good. Or was it? Did they call a horse collar? Yeah, they called the horse collar. I mean, they didn't really need to. It was like heading out of bounds, but that young man.
But it will be half the distance.
That young man's night has started well, Mr. Knighton.
Well, now Osseo is set up first and goal. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. So the run plus the infraction, a 33-yard pickup. Knighton again down inside the 5. The Orioles continue to roll by handing it to number 6.
Well, yeah, you just you work your horse, and again, when you have those guys up front opening holes, Knighton has an easier time getting positive yardage.
Knighton the deep back behind Stahl on second and goal from the 4. He'll get the carry again, met at the line of scrimmage and forced backwards by Samson LeClaire.
Yeah, Samson LeClaire just stepped up on that play on the defense. That was a big play defensively for the Cardinals.
May have lost a little bit. They're going to put it at the 4, third and goal.
Well, like Coon Rapids, who was down in this territory on their first drive, Osseo wants to make sure that they get it across the stripe. Defense hopefully has something to say about that.
Handoff goes to Zamir Johnson, trying to fight through some white jerseys. He's going to gain a yard. It'll be 4th and goal. Price Karen, 4 tackles already.
And again, that's a big play on defense. You tell me stop it here. That's huge. Coach Nienaber is making sure his guys are dialed up on that side of the ball.
Big play. We said it earlier when Coon Rapids was down the same side of the field as well. Their opening drive ended up with a first and goal situation that ended on a turnover on downs. Osseo trying to avoid matching them in that, but they're going to take a timeout and talk about things. Their first timeout.
Gavin Stahl, I think, saw something he didn't like with the play that was called, and they called the timeout. Make sure that that's a crucial part in this drive. Obviously, 4th down, you've got to put it across, otherwise you turn it over on downs. So they wanted to make sure they're on the same play.
And again, two teams just starved offensively.
Yeah,
looking so hard for something to celebrate on the sidelines.
Yep, that's good.
Something to show their hard work has paid off.
Good to see Michael McGowan back into the game for the Orioles after we saw him down on the field for a little while, but number 76 is back in, one of the big guys up front for Osseo.
Yeah, they do have some meat up there.
They do.
For sure.
Big boys.
McGowan 257. Odagwe just over 3 bills, 6'3".
Yeah, they've got that. They've got some big size on the interior part of that line for the Orioles.
4th and 3. Handoff goes to Knighton. He dips
easy.
to the right side. Touchdown, Orioles.
8 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice. 8 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown for Knighton. So you could say that compared to the game from last week, his game is different as night and day.
Oh, a groan goes through the booth. Falajon out to
I had to
attempt
work
the
for that.
extra point. Kick is no good. Wide right or wide left. So Osseo will have a 6-0 lead.
Well, nice, again, just nice job converting. And
9 plays, 337, went 61 yards, 3-yard Knighton touchdown run.
9 plays, 337 off the clock. Knighton scores 61 yards on that drive.
Yeah, outside of the bad snap, the Osseo offense has really done a nice job controlling and moving
They have.
the football. And you look at Knighton obviously leading the way, averaging about 8 yards a carry. Why do anything else if you get 8 yards a carry from your lead back?
If you can continue to pound the rock, why not?
Coon Rapids in their 2 possessions have mixed things up. We've seen Danny Scheller spend some time calling signals and getting Adi out wide as a receiver, also lining up in the backfield as a running back. Those 2 have swapped positions back and forth. They sputtered. The first possession, as we talked about, got all the way into a 1st and goal to go situation, but they have yet to find any real good rhythm. This one is going to be taken by Neal from the 3-yard line, cutting back to his right across the 20 to the 25 and out of bounds right around the 30-yard line.
Well, decent field position for the Cardinals to start their next drive. They need to move the football, Joe. It's really imperative. They need a little bit of momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
I think they have to answer on this drive. They must have a touchdown.
Absolutely. They certainly can't afford to go through, 3 and out. They have to kind of develop something on their offense side of the ball, but.
So Adi has Scheller lined up behind him, 2 receivers on the right. Sends a man in motion. Handoff goes to Scheller. He sneaks through the middle of the line across the 35 to the 36-yard line, a gain of 6.
Yeah, that time the big boys up front did a nice job of controlling the point of attack and opening up a bit of a hole for Danny to run through, and a nice little gain on 1st down.
Four receivers now as Adi stands in the shotgun, 2nd and 4. Rolls to his left, throws, has a man. That pass is complete to Gavin Sandeth, and he is gone. Touchdown Cardinals, the first of the season. 64 yards, and that is how you answer.
Well, you talked about it, Joe. He said they need an answer, and they must have heard you because they got one in a hurry. That was, again, just a nice job, nice pass from Adi.
I'm not entirely sure how he became that open.
Yeah, he just got behind the defense. I think they were so concerned. I think they were so concerned with the fact that he was kind of looking at Scheller a little bit, and I think everybody was kind of cheating up a little bit. He was able to sneak behind the defense, and
I think
Adi found him.
I'm pretty sure that's the first time that Sayedith has been targeted.
Yeah.
This season, possibly the first play he's been on the field.
Hey, you know what? No, I don't know that. I'm not sure.
I'm not positive, but I haven't seen him, haven't called his name until now. And what it is a 64-yard answer. The kick is good for Jackson Young, and the Cardinals have a 7-6 lead. They answer less than a minute after Osseo got the first score.
I'll tell you, that far sideline needed that play. They needed something good to happen this season because they haven't seen it. They obviously didn't see it in that opener against Centennial, and here they've had some disappointment, not getting down inside close to the goal line and not being able to put it across. Then giving up that touchdown, and now this big answer is huge.
Yeah, 2 plays, 70 yards, a 64-yard score.
Yep.
They just came out, lined up 4 receivers, said, go, guys.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works, I tell you, and they did a good job of converting it.
Adi made a good throw downfield and make the catch, and nobody in front of him.
Hall and Johnson.
Jabril Hall back with Zamir Johnson on the kick return. So apparently Johnson and Johnson only team up for the punt returns. High end-over-end kick. Johnson from the 11 will run to his right. He's hit, and he's not able to get away. The Cardinals bring numbers, keep him down before the 20-yard line.
Lance Hill on the tackle for Coon Rapids. Well, good job. Got a little bit of a longer field for the Orioles to start this drive. And now you got to be fired up as a defense. Your offense came back and they did something and they answered and they put a score on the board. Now is your defense going to pick up the pressure a little bit, make it a little more difficult for the Orioles to move the football?
Well, and I think just as it was crucial for the Cardinal offense to score a touchdown on that last drive, I think it's relatively crucial for the Cardinal defense not to give up a touchdown
that's what I'm
here.
saying. Absolutely.
They need a stop.
Yep.
And it really, the Osseo offense has had far more rhythm to this point than have the Cardinals. But if the defense can get a stop here, that would be huge.
As Neil Hennon would say, no question.
And we have another timeout, second for the Orioles. And again, so both teams down to 1 timeout remaining, just under 8 minutes remaining in the first half.
Again, they saw something they didn't like, and you don't want to burn timeouts. It's better to burn them in the first half than in the second. But
sure,
yeah. But however, you still don't want to burn them if you can avoid that. But you want to make sure you're on the same page.
Yeah, on the first play after the kick, that's not a time that you usually want to see a timeout. But, yes, absolutely. As I talk about the importance of these offensive and defensive possessions for the Cardinals, the same could be said for Osseo. Stahl on play action, throws long. That one is incomplete. Price Karen was step for step with Zamir Johnson, and Johnson went up, and it got to it at the high point, but Karen was right there to make sure he was not able to come down with it.
And Price played that perfectly because he was looking back at the ball. Even though there may have been a little bit of hand fighting, a little bit of contact, but nonetheless he was looking at the ball. So it's his opportunity is just as much as it is the receivers.
And Zamir Johnson is an impressive athlete.
Yeah, he's 5'8", 140, but he has some hops.
Pitch goes to Knighton trying to get around the left corner. Cardinals have it covered. He's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 16-yard line.
Cody
I believe the first time he's been stopped as a negative.
But again, defense, they're fired up. Their offense came through for them on that last drive. And now they put them in a third and very long situation back deep in their own territory.
3rd and 12 from the 16. They call it 3rd and 13. On the scoreboard. Stahl, straight drop, looking, waiting, throws right, incomplete, and just had his man open. Zamir Johnson turned and was in the hole of the zone, and it just sailed over his head, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for Osseo.
Oh, good stop by the defense. Force that 3-and-out, get them off the field, and put that the offense, which should have pretty good field position.
Well, that's big too. You know, Osseo will get the ball to start the second half. Cardinals would love to get a lead and be able to hold it before that.
Yes, they would.
Low snap is bobbled, but he gets the punt away. This one will bounce, and it'll take an Osseo roll. It's going to be down at about the 43-yard line. So Coon Rapids will start in plus field position.
The special teams players from Osseo saying that it's their ball. Coon Rapids never touched the ball. Although I was a little concerned. If I were Coon Rapids, I would just stay away from it at that point. Didn't even go near it. But they did not touch the ball.
I think that's a really good spot for Osseo, though. I thought it was more at the 42-43. They put him out at the 44. 6:42 to play, quarter number 2. We have Coon Rapids up by a 7-6 score.
I think you're looking right into the sun in this situation.
Adi dropped it, dives, gets back on top of it, but Coon Rapids is going to lose about 7 or 8 yards here.
I know they talked about ball security and how important that is, and that you can't have that happen.
Well, Jeremy Adi had 4 fumbles in week 1. Only 1 was lost. And this one wasn't either, but it drops them back onto their own half of midfield. Their own side of midfield. We're at 2nd and 17. Handoff goes to Scheller, trying to get around the left corner, and does. Dives ahead. He's going to be right around the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, just a nice play to pick up some yardage, some positive yardage anyway. He's got some pretty good speed.
Oh, they say he went out of bounds a couple yards earlier.
So now it's
so it'll be 3rd and 12.
Yep. Cardinals 1 of 3 on 3rd down.
Adi looking, stepping up. Now he's going to run it. He's going to gain a couple down to the 41-yard line. It'll be 4th down, and I think on their side of midfield, Cardinals are going to go for it.
Well, yeah, well, again, a little additional yardage makes it a little easier. I don't think it's easy, but a little more manageable anyway on 4th down and long.
4th and 7 from the 41.
Big play here for the Cardinal offense.
Cardinals 0 for 1 on 4th down today. That happened on a 4th and goal situation. This one is incomplete. Was intended for Jeremy Walker, knocked away by Kuya Lance. And the second turnover on downs for the Cardinals today.
Yeah, again, it's unfortunate because he had good field position after the defense did a really nice job and forced the offense from Osseo to go 3 and out. You just go backwards on offense and can't convert on fourth down, and you give pretty decent field position back to Osseo to start this drive.
Yeah, they were at their own 16 when they punted away 4 plays later, I guess, turnover on downs. They'll take over at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Knighton. Nice hole right side. He's got a first down and drags a man with him to the Coon Rapids 45-yard line.
Tackled by number 6, Wentz Hill. Result of the play is an Osseo Orioles first down.
14-yard gain.
Yeah, and again, Knighton's been the story on offense for Osseo, just doing a really nice job on the ground, and running hard, and doing a good job by the offensive line to open those holes for him to be able to do that.
So Orioles have it 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 45. 2 receivers on the left side for Stahl. Handoff goes to Michael Criswell, and he is stopped immediately, no gain.
Yeah, good job that time by the Cardinal defense, just making sure they brought him down. Cam Cummings-Coleman on the tackle for the Cardinals. Of course, Cam, the younger brother of Kaijan.
Yes, sir. Criswell still in the backfield with Stahl. 2nd and 10. Shifts to the left side. 2 receivers on that side. Stahl looking that way, throwing. Has a man. That pass is complete. And Iggy Cooper is into the end zone. A 45-yard Osseo touchdown.
Oh, we talked about Iggy Cooper, and the coaching staff was so excited to get him back. He played as a sophomore, as I mentioned, and then unfortunately for that young man, had an ACL injury that cut his junior season out. And now back here, and boy, really a nice athletic play. Went high for the ball, won that 50-50 ball, able to make the catch and take it to the end zone for the score. And they will go for 2.
Catches, 167 yards back in 2022.
14 catches, 167 for Iggy
In his sophomore
2 years
campaign.
ago in his sophomore season.
Knighton back in as the tailback behind Stahl for the 2-point conversion. Man in motion is Johnson. Stahl wants to throw, going back to Cooper. Well defended, and the flag comes in. They're going to get another chance from half the distance.
Yeah, unfortunate situation. It would have been a tough one to catch, but defender had a piece of him.
So instead of the 3, they'll be at the 1.5-yard line. And I think you give it to number 6, who's averaging over 6 yards a carry.
I totally agree with you.
I was a little surprised, honestly, to see that they threw the ball on the first attempt.
Well, maybe they thought the defense felt the same way and thought that maybe they could catch him napping a little bit. But, yeah, you test the middle of that line.
Stahl up under center. He'll take it on the sneak. He is in, and a flag comes in. We're going to have – this is going to be a false start. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's try it again.
Yeah. First it doesn't succeed, or the second time it doesn't succeed, try it a third time.
Well, see, and now after starting at the 3, then got half the distance, now they're going to back up 5.
Yep.
And so now you're trying your 2-point conversion from the 6.5-yard line. Now it's a throwing situation.
Now it's a throwing. Yeah, now you throw the ball in this situation.
Again, Knighton is averaging 6.9 yards.
Yep.
So
he could.
So we'll try one more time. Third 2-point conversion attempt for the Osseo Orioles. They lead 12-7. And a timeout. And that's the last timeout. There's only 3:22 to go in the half. But
hey, but if it doesn't look right to you, you take the timeout, you burn it, and you make sure so it does look right to you.
Or now are they going to send the kicker in?
Unit? I think they are. I think maybe that they decided that would be the best case, and I
saw Jabril Hall
I like that
racing out, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, I like that call.
Well, the first one, the snap was a little bit high, and Hall crushed it, but wide left. And now with the ball back at the 6, you're looking at essentially a 23-yard field goal. But you're in the middle of the field. Does look like. Oh, offense is staying out. Yeah, no, yeah.
No, that is the offense. So they just decided against it. We'll see how that helps them or hurts them.
Well, it's the old paradox, right?
Yeah.
If it works, you're a genius, and if it doesn't, you're a fool.
You got that meat up front. Let's see what they do.
Handoff. No, play action tonight, and the throw is complete to Johnson in the end zone, and it is 14-7 Osseo.
Well, the defense had to think that they were going to give the ball tonight, and again, just good protection up front, allowing him that time to make the pass, and Johnson's right there cutting across. And
we'll see, and now with we talked about it. Cardinals really wanted to put themselves in front. End up turning it over on downs, and now Osseo gets the score. They're going to get it back to start the second half.
That's huge.
Coon Rapids has 3:22, only one timeout. We're back to a critical situation where they have to score a touchdown in this last 3:22.
Agree. I mean, is it the end of the world if they don't? No. However, they need momentum. I mean, they need momentum. Just when they captured it back and I went up 7-6, Osseo with a big play on that pass gives them the opportunity to go back in front.
Scheller and Neal back. Follow the kick.
Scheller and Neal are standing at their 5-yard line awaiting the kick from John Falla. Good boot. Neal will take it from the 7. Looking to the middle of the field. Now bounces to the outside. Now back to the middle. And he shakes his way out as far as the 29-yard line.
Oh, they certainly don't have a short field, but they got an opportunity here with plenty of time left if they can try and move this ball downfield.
Scheller is going to take over as the signal caller, and Jeremy Oddie is lined up in the slot on the right side. 4 receivers in an empty backfield. Tight end on the left. Scheller wants to throw, rolling to his right. He's chased, grabbed, and he fumbled it out of bounds. I don't know if he was trying to force it out as an incompletion instead out of bounds, and he'll lose a bunch of yards. Back to, they're going to mark it at the 24-yard line, so a loss of 5.
Yeah, again, good lateral pursuit by the defense. Really didn't give him any opportunity to do anything to look downfield and get a pass off. But It's unfortunate he couldn't try to get the ball and throw it away rather than.
Well, he did. I think he just made the decision a little too late.
Yeah.
Scheller. Swing pass to Adi. He's hit and dropped in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long.
Not much of a gain on that play. That puts him in a tough situation. Because now, Joe, if you can't convert here, you give the ball back to Osseo with plenty of time. 2:47 remaining. And then you mentioned they get the ball back again.
Yeah, and if they're able to score again before the half and make it a 3-for-1.
Yeah.
So 3 receivers on the right side for Scheller. He has Adi in the backfield with him. He looks, now rolls to his left, waits. Now he's going to run. Evades one man, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a couple extra yards, but it'll be 4th and 8, and it'll be a punting situation.
Yeah, again, just going the wrong way, making it difficult. The defense forces a 3 and out. And now, as we talked about, with a little less than 2 minutes remaining, you're giving the ball right back to Osseo.
Johnson & Johnson standing at their 40-yard line, waiting the punt from Taylor Neal.
Yeah, because they're going to get a good field position, obviously.
High snap. Neal able to bring it down, gets off a good boot. The Johnsons run into one another. Coming back to the near side, getting the corner and getting into Coon Rapids territory is Isaac Johnson.
Mason McCutcheon knocks him out of bounds for the Cardinals. And again, good field position, Joe. Start this drive for the Orioles.
Well, and a flag on the field as well. Looks like that's going to add to it. Looks like they're pointing.
It's
against Osseo.
Yep.
So instead of being at the Coon Rapids 43, they'll be backed up onto their side of the field. And again, that's something that both coaches would like to clean up in the second half. Far too many penalties. 1 minute, 12 seconds on the clock for Osseo. No timeouts. They lead 14-7, and as we talked about, they will get the ball back to start the second half.
Well, let's see how aggressive they get here.
Boson shifts over to the right side. 3 receivers now on that side. Stahl looking that way, throws, has a man. That pass is caught.
Nope.
By Isaac Johnson.
Out of bounds.
No, it was out of bounds.
Yep. I'll try to get some yardage, fair amount of yardage on a quick, big play.
Oh, it was put in a great spot.
Yeah.
Johnson made a nice catch, but I thought from here it was really hard to see, but I thought he may have gotten at least the 1 foot down in bounds. But first contact was on the chalk, out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense for the Cardinals cannot allow a score. They cannot allow a score. They have to get a stop here with 1:06 remaining.
Handoff goes to Knighton. Big hole in the middle of the defense. Gets into Cardinal defense. A first down to the 43.
5 tackles for Coon.
Clock stops on the first down.
Waldron on the tackle.
And
Oh,
Cardinals jump. That'll stop the clock.
and give him 5.
So 1st and 5 from the 38. 54 seconds on the clock.
Another
And a false start is going to back him right back to the same
another
spot.
flag.
Have we talked about the sloppiness on both squads
Well, yeah.
and the need to clean that up?
Definitely need to clean that up.
12 total penalties for 121 yards.
12 penalties, 121 yards combined in the first half.
Wow.
That's that's a few more than they would like.
I would say.
So let's try to get it 1st and 10 from the 43.
We'll try.
Stahl steps up, now runs, tripped up from behind after a gain of about 4. Clock will run.
Yeah, they're gonna have to hustle. No timeouts, obviously.
Cardinals better get back up to the line.
Yep.
They're like taking their time, huddling. Stahl, pass, complete, 1st down to Iggy. Cooper breaks free, and he may have his 2nd score of the game. He does. I don't know how he got loose, but he scores a 39-yard touchdown, and Osseo has a 2-score lead. And they will, again, be getting that ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I can understand why Coach Stockhouse commented about how they missed him a year ago and what kind of impression he's going to bring to this team, and you can see it there. Strong young man. If we have a Cardinal down on the field, I'm not sure who that is. I can't see the number. 99.
This Takulu Kula being looked at right about the Coon Rapids 45-yard line. Looks like he's going to be able to get up back to his feet and off under his own power, which is good. But, that was exactly what Coon Rapids could not allow to happen. And now
52 seconds off the clock.
It has.
Just 52 seconds off the clock to be able to get that score. And you're right now. So right now it's 20-7, depending on what they do. Obviously, they'll kick that extra point, at least attempt to. And then there's 20 seconds remaining on the clock, and then the Cardinals are going to have to regroup. They're going to have to go into halftime thinking, well, what can we do to mount some offense, mount a comeback here, because all of a sudden now they're down by a couple scores.
Fowler will come out to attempt the extra point. Again, he did boot that first one wide left. This one is up and good, and Osseo has a 21-7 lead with 20 seconds to go in the half.
Boy, you talk about catastrophe happening, and again, we talked about it. They get the ball back to start the second half, and well, if you talk about defensive stops, then you've got to stop them if you want to stay in this game.
Yeah, the home team, most likely, barring a big play, will go to the locker room happy in their home opener, up 21-7. The Cardinals one score, a 64-yard touchdown pass from Jeremy Adi to Gavin Sayedith. Happened less than a minute after Osseo's first touchdown. Would have to happen even faster here with only 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, very much so.
And I don't know that the Cardinals have a return threat like they did last year.
Well, not too many.
Kaijan.
Not too many schools have a threat like Kaijan Cummings-Coleman.
Kaijan returned the opening kickoff against Osseo, 98 yards for a touchdown last year.
He could do that.
They're going to squib this one. Cardinals trying to fall on it, and Osseo got it back. Osseo's going to have a shot here with 20 seconds. They didn't even run the clock.
Well, they should have run the clock.
Oh.
Should have run the clock. That's home cooking there, right there.
So they'll have 20 seconds, and they'll have the ball at the Cardinal 37-yard line.
Time for.
But yeah, there should have been at least 2 or 3 seconds should have come off the clock, and they're going to.
They should.
They're indicating to adjust the clock.
See if it goes to 18 or 17 at this point, but yeah, they needed to.
Yeah.
18.
You're going to go 2 seconds. That's okay. It's still 18 seconds.
Keep your eye on
that
number
Osseo's
0.
offense should not have had.
Keep your eye on number 0 in black.
Iggy Cooper is lined up wide to the left. Cardinals will burn their final timeout here. Well, and Zamir Johnson, don't forget about him. He's dangerous too.
He is.
Super fast.
He is. But
yeah,
no,
obviously
he's a star.
Iggy Cooper has had 2 big touchdown catches.
He's a star, Mr. Cooper.
So we'll see what they dial up with short time. They've got 3 receivers on the right. Cooper, the lone wide out on the left. Knighton is in the backfield with Stahl. From the 36, Stahl under pressure, steps up, throws over the middle and incomplete. And a flag is going to come in from the sideline. The referee right there reached for it, thought about it, and then didn't. The sideline judge on the Cardinal sideline from a long ways away threw the flag.
Are they going to say pass interference?
They're going to call this pass interference. I didn't think it was catchable.
It was totally not catchable, but maybe. Yikes!
So 15 yards.
That's unfortunate. I think they should have kept their flag in their pocket on that play.
Well, and I kind of got that impression by the judge or the ref on the goal line. It looked like he was reaching for it and then said, nah, I don't
uncatchable.
think so.
Yeah. And Coach Russin is not happy, and he's talking to the officials. Not happy, and I don't blame him.
Well, everything has kind of
gone wrong,
gone off the tracks for the Cardinals in the last handful of minutes.
Yeah,
they had a chance to take the lead, and instead turned over on downs for the second time. Then another 3 and out. They punt. Then they give it right back on a turnover off the kickoff. Stahl in trouble. Samson LeClaire is going to drop him for a huge loss, and that will take us to the half. But Osseo is going to go to the locker room up by 2 scores, 21-7, and they will get the ball back when we start the second half.
They certainly will. It's going to be an interesting decision what Coach Russin has to do and what kind of adjustments he has to make, Joe. But they're in a bit of a hole.
And we will take a break. Be back with that second half after this. You're watching high school football live on CTN.
this evening. Drum major via machine. Is your band ready? The field is yours for your halftime performance. We appreciate your commitment to our program and to our community. Also, attention fans, 32 Collective is with us this evening. Please be sure to check out their tent near the concession stand. They have brought a lot of great Osseo gear, along with other cool things that they have in their store in downtown Osseo. Osseo sets up to receive the second half kickoff.
Back at Handsome Stadium at Osseo High School, the Orioles, with the last 14 points of the second quarter, have a 21-7 lead. Actually, the last 15 points of that quarter.
So we talked about big opportunities for the defense. This is, they're going to obviously be on the field first here for the Cardinals, and they're going to have to come up with a big stop. They cannot let them run the ball the way they have. They've done. Iggy Cooper's done well. A couple of catches for 84 yards and a couple of scores.
Taken from the 4. Return to the middle of the field. The tackle is broken, but Coon Rapids able to hold it inside the 20. So it'll be a long field for the Orioles.
Looks like
another
stall back at quarterback. He's in.
Another player down for injury.
Oh, Cardinal down. Is it 36?
See, we talked a little bit about the clock that didn't move on the kickoff when the Cardinals turned it over and they did adjust it. There's no way that return took 24 seconds.
No.
The clock shows 11:36. There's no way. But the Orioles will take over from their own 18-yard line. And they have really, outside of their opening drive, which stalled after a bad snap, the Cardinals have not been able to stop them. Knighton off the right side across the 20 to the 21, a gain of 3. And it's been all Knighton and Iggy Cooper.
It has.
84 yards each.
That was Andre Matthews on the tackle for the Cardinals.
In the first half. Well, 84 yards rushing for Knighton, 84 yards receiving
Correct.
for Iggy Cooper. Iggy Cooper, 2 catches, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's a nice way to start his night.
I'd say.
Handoff to Knighton again. He's spun around and down.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of flags coming, and that's 15 more yards. Ripped his helmet right off. It's hard to argue against that one when you take the helmet off. Second face mask penalty of the night for Coon Rapids.
I think every official threw their flag on that one.
They're marking it off from the 24, so it should take them out 1st and 10 at the 39. That is where they're going to put it down. And the Cardinal defense not making it any easier on themselves.
They can't afford to gift anything to Osseo.
Well, he had 2 turnovers on downs in the first half. The offense not able to complete a couple of drives. He had the turnover on the kick that allowed them one last chance. Quick pass left side is complete to Jabril Johnson.
Cooper blocking on the edge. Really
Amir
a nice
Johnson.
job.
And that's another first down into Coon Rapids territory.
Cam Cummings Coleman on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Gain of 16. Orioles on the march again. Handoff goes to Knight. Left side, good block. And he's got another nice gain. Pick up about 8 to the 38.
He's got some nice moves, and he runs quick, hits that hole hard. Picks up another 8, 7 or 8. They say 7 on the scoreboard.
97 yards
Yeah,
rushing.
on 14 carries.
It's a nice average.
Yes, it is.
He'll get another carry here, another first down. Tripped up as he crosses the 30 to the 29, a gain of 9. And they will continue to pound the rock and force the Cardinals to show they can stop him.
Why wouldn't they? I mean, it's been working for them all night. Now over 100 yards for Knighton. We still have plenty of time remaining in this game.
Another handoff to Knighton, runs right side, and a nice hole for him over there. He's going to be stopped after another solid gain, 9 yards, second and short.
Yeah, it's going to be about a yard short. I think we have another Cardinal down on the field. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah.
It's Andre Matthews, a little slow to get up. Then wanted to stay, and now will reluctantly head for the sidelines. 2nd and 1 from the 20. Handoff Knighton, hitting the backfield, able to push forward, get the first down. The gain of 2.
I mean, his lower body strength is so good. He's able to keep his legs churning and picking up that additional yardage. And as we talked about in the first half, it helps the fact that the big guys up front are winning the battle at the point of attack and just moving that front back for Coon Rapids.
7 plays on this drive. 6 of them have been runs by number 6, Omar Knighton. Over 100 yards rushing on the night. He had the opening touchdown of the evening. Stahl looks to throw, passes complete, one-handed grab. Cooper breaks free. He's got another touchdown. Iggy Cooper reached out with one hand and wrapped that in. Stays inbounds, dives, and is into the end zone. An 18-yard score, 3 catches, 102 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That was about as athletic of a move as you're going to see at the high school level. That was sweet. Just a beautiful catch by that young man, and more that Coach Stockhouse has talked about him. Stockhouse has talked about him. Now I get it.
8 plays, 4:03 off the clock.
Fala will put this one up and through. It is a 28-7 lead for the Osseo Orioles.
So what Coon Rapids did not want to happen has definitely happened. After giving up that touchdown late, they come back in the first half. They come back and on their opening drive, put another touchdown across the board, and now open up a 3-score lead.
Relatively easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, 82 yards on what, 6 plays, 7 plays?
8.
And then you look on the other side, and Coon Rapids has an offense that really has stuttered along through the evening.
Yep.
Their one score came on a 64-yard pass.
Yeah, they have
outside of that
nothing.
one big play, their offense has really been underwhelming,
to say the least.
Last first down came with 2 minutes 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Haven't had a first down since late in the first quarter.
Yeah, tough to win ball games when you're not moving the football.
Fala crushes this one.
That was Young-like.
No chance to return that one. That one landed about 8 yards deep in the end zone. Coon Rapids will start 1st and 10 from their own 20. And we saw a Cardinal team. We talked about it at the beginning. Both teams coming in off of lopsided losses in their season opener, looking at what they felt was a more manageable opponent. And the Cardinals, after a quick response to the opening score by Osseo, have struggled, and the Orioles have taken complete control. The pitch to Scheller. He's stacked up in the backfield. He's going to lose 5. Eventually dumped over backwards inside the 5-yard line, but pretty sure they'll give him a pretty decent spot on forward motion as far as where he actually ended up. But forward momentum's going to still be a loss of 5.
Yeah, I mean, you're not, again, just a great job of the defense stringing it out and not letting Danny Scheller do anything, get any kind of a football move. They did just a really nice job of pursuing to the football.
Harold Berry is the man in motion from right to left. 3 receivers on that side. Adi looks that way, now throwing in the middle. This is picked off, and there is room down the sideline. A great return for Gary Holloway to inside the 10, and will set the Orioles up 1st and goal, already up 28-7.
Yeah, again, that's frustration at this point, and you know you're down by 3 scores and you want to make a big play, but that pass was intended for the Cardinal receiver, well underthrown.
Well, and I think it was Braden Waldron that was on this side, but he was double covered as well, and Holloway was just playing center field, able to step up, pick it off, and then got blocking down the sideline in front of him. Returns it to the 9, so 1st and goal for the Orioles. Handoff goes to Zamir Johnson. He's able to get down close to the 5.
Another tackle for Bryce Karen, and again, just a really good job of getting around the ankles and bringing him down. 7 tackles for Price.
Second and goal, ball right at the 5-yard line. Handoff, running left, another touchdown, and the Orioles are up 4 scores.
Again, you talked about earlier, just making things look easy, and obviously that huge interception.
Knighton getting his second.
We have a Cardinal player down as well.
Trip to the end zone.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for Coon Rapids. Can't see who that is.
It's Neil, I believe.
Is it? Okay, yep. He's jogging off under his own power, and that's the good thing.
So Fallout to attempt another extra point. And it was a bad snap, and Walls, and this is going to give him another chance at it. They're going to call Kranz. Scooped it up and tried to run, and then there was a horse collar tackle. That's going to bring the flag, and they're going to get another chance.
See what the officials come up with here.
Officials have had a workout tonight.
They have.
Second horse collar tackle of the evening against Coon Rapids.
They'll try this one over.
Better snapped. Kick is up. It is good. It is 35-7 in favor of Osseo.
Yeah, I give credit to Osseo, just capitalizing on mistakes. A lot for the home faithful to be cheering about here in Osseo, and across the way, pretty quiet sideline on the Coon Rapids side.
29 unanswered points from the Osseo Orioles, and they have complete control with still 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Coon Rapids in a situation where could be looking at running time in the fourth quarter for the second straight week.
It very well could be, which I'd hate to see.
It's a stunning
It is.
turn of events for the Cardinals.
Well, the Cardinals at one time had a 7-6 lead. As you mentioned, the 29 points unanswered.
Fala, another booming kick. This one has a little more air under it, but still carries into the end zone and will be a touchback.
Yeah, big leg.
Well, the one extra point that he did miss after their first kick, he crushed it, but it was a line drive and it was wide left. And again, back to the Cardinals offense, hasn't had a first down since late in the first quarter. Their one score was a 64-yard touchdown by Gavin Sayedith. Fake the give. Adi rolls out, wants to run, cuts back, dives forward, a gain of a couple.
Yeah, not much room for him to run. Just it tried to gain that outside. Good job by the defense of just pinching in and not letting it get. Then he tried to test the middle, but there are too many black jerseys there for him to gain anything more but those 2 yards.
They're going to give
They're
him
going to say 3.
Yeah. Second and 7 from the 23. Well, and that's the thing, and we've noticed over the first game and a half of the season is the Cardinals' offense, a lot of their plays take a little bit to develop.
Yeah.
Which makes it
Which is
awfully
difficult.
tough against the blitz.
That is for sure.
Handoff goes to Scheller. He's hit immediately. Falls forward to the 25. It'll be third down.
1 of 5 on third.
Cardinals are 1 of 5 on third down. Third and
Well, and it was their first third down that they converted.
Yep.
Which was a 3rd and 16, by the way. That was the longest play of the game for Coon Rapids. It was a pass from Danny Scheller to Jeremiah Walker that got him to 1st and goal, which they eventually turned over on downs. Empty backfield for Jeremy Adi on 3rd and 5. Trying to get the Orioles to jump, nothing doing. Low snap, Adi looking to his left, scrambles, throws, pass incomplete. Intended for Loic Joitza. And the Cardinals are going to go 3 and out.
Yep. And not the situation. Their offense is just is out of sync for sure. It's just not clicking it on any cylinders. Cardinals have given up 77 points so far this season, and we're still a quarter and 4 minutes left in the second game.
So we saw Taylor Neal a little shaken up, and he did get up and jog off to the sidelines, but he is not out there for the punt. So Jackson Young standing at about his own 10. And a low snap. Young's going to have to fall on it inside the 5. And the Orioles, already up 35-7, are going to have a first and goal situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just there's no aspect of this Cardinals football team that is playing well here tonight. You could say at every level, offense, defense, special teams, again, just not performing where they needed to be. And then you come in here, as you mentioned, first and goal now, already up 35-7. They have an opportunity to push it to a 35-point lead here.
Going to take over from the 2-yard line. Second string offense in for Osseo. I'm not sure who that was on the run, but they were stopped just shy.
I think I put him right at the 1.
It was Jonathan Wills. It'll be second and goal from the 6-inch line. Wes Kranz in and running things under center. Criswell and Wills in the backfield with him. Wills gets the carry, he's in for the score. It's 41-7, Osseo.
Again, after that low snap, and as you mentioned, Young couldn't do anything but fall on it.
Well, two straight possessions, though, that the offense has come in goal-to-go situations. First after the interception in return, and then after the bad snap, forced a turnover on downs. Kick is up. It is good. It is 42-7. Still 4 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, plenty of time in this game left, but Cardinals offensively just not on a page, on any page. And I know that's got to be frustrating for the coaching staff, and I know Coach Russin said, we have to do better as a staff to coach these guys up and figure out ways for them to be successful, but unfortunately it hasn't been done here tonight yet so far.
Well, we saw since the Cardinals scored, which was relatively early in the second quarter with a 64-yard touchdown. It has just completely swung in Osseo's favor. They got
flavor.
They went to the locker room up 21-7. Here in the second quarter, they started with an 8-play drive that ended in the end zone. Then the Cardinals came out, and on their second play, there was an interception. Led to a first and goal. Led to a touchdown 2 plays later. Cardinals go 3 and out and then turned it over with a bad snap. Again, first and goal, this time from the 2. So back-to-back scoring possessions of 2 plays. I mean, if you keep giving your opponent the ball inside your 10-yard line, things usually don't get better.
They don't.
Fala, another one that he sends straight through the back of the end zone.
Boy, does he have a leg. So Cardinals, they're going to be scratching their head coming out here figuring out what they need to do to be successful on the offense, because they have not been so far.
Yeah, Fala is now 4 of 5 in extra points after missing the first one. He's hit 4 straight. And again, Coon Rapids in a position where they have to score here in the next 3:57 just to avoid the entire fourth quarter being a running clock. Scheller with an empty backfield, quick swing pass to Adi on the right side, tries to cut back to the middle. A lot of black jerseys there, and he stopped after a gain of 4.
Yeah, again, just trying to cut back to the middle of the field, but too many black jerseys there for him to be successful.
Scheller will stay with an empty backfield. That's 3 receivers and a split end on the left side.
Well, Cardinals have numbers on that far side.
Barry is the lone receiver on the right. Scheller looks to his left, pulls it down, wants to run. Dives forward, but it will be stopped short of a first. It'll be 3rd and about a yard. We talked about it last week. We certainly weren't expecting to talk about it this week, as you have to take little wins. You have to forget about
Right.
the overall score. You have to go out and win each play, win each possession, and do what you can to get any kind of momentum. I don't know that there's any realistic chance of getting back into this one. Scheller has a nice hole off the left side, has a first down out to the 38.
There's a
and
penalty.
late flag is going to give him 15 more.
Well, they certainly need something, whether it comes by penalty or not. They need something.
Well, and he had the first down convincingly out to the 37. I mean, it was a gain of about 8. Personal foul against Osseo is going to put it into Oriole territory just across midfield, yeah. Because they were at the 38.
Yep.
They're stopped after 5. Now he moved an extra 5. And the Orioles are, staying in the way. So they will put him down at the 48 of Osseo. Low snap. Scheller scoops it up, rolls right, throws, pass is complete. Harold Berry on the sideline for a first down.
Cardinals start to move the ball a little bit.
– 15-yard gain. Sets him up 1st and 10 on the 33. Scheller rolling to his left. Pumps. Turns. Now throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Well defended. Had Lifaka down in the end zone, but had a man with him the whole way.
Yeah, and he kind of threw that one up, and fortunately it was not picked off. I'll make it 2nd and 10.
Four receivers this time on the left side. Looks like a little bit of confusion over there as well, as everybody's kind of looking around and arms out. Quick swing pass to Adi. He's hit immediately and dropped for a loss. And he's going to lose about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, again, it just took a lot of time, and the defense sniffed it out, and they threw that to Adi, and there was nowhere for him to go. He's frustrated.
Yep, lost to 7, 3rd and 17. Cardinals, we saw, just converted the last 3rd down, but that was only the second one they've converted in this game. 2 of 7 on the night as we're into the final minute of this 3rd quarter. And a lead of 35 means running clock for the 4th.
Well,
until the Cardinals
unless something happens.
Unless the Cardinals can cut into that lead. Low snap. Scheller rolls right, throws on the move, has Lifaka alone, but that one soars well out of bounds. Incomplete, 4th down.
Flag
There's a flag. Intentional grounding. Thought he made that movement, but
Well, there was a receiver in the area.
yeah. Well, no,
And that would be a terrible
well,
call.
he would just have to
honestly.
be outside the pocket. But I mean,
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Inside the pocket,
well,
outside the pocket.
it's going against Osseo, I believe. Oh no, are they pointing? Oh, it's going against the
There's
Cardinals.
been a lot of discussion back and forth.
They're pointing it that way. I
Personal
decline
foul
it. Oh.
against the Cardinals.
That's a lot of frustration on the Coon Rapids side right now, and I understand that. They gave up 42 points week one. They've already given up 42.
So was it after the end of the play, though? So is it third down or is it fourth down?
It says 3rd and 32 on the scoreboard. No, it's fourth.
Yeah,
10 penalties for 103 yards for Coon Rapids.
fourth and
Unacceptable for the
32.
Cards, I know. 4th and 30. Is there a play in your playbook for
I got
4th
half
and
a
32?
dozen plays for 4th and 42. Is this Neil? Is Neil back in? Yeah, he is. High punt, not very long. Takes a bounce, scooped up by Johnson at the 24. Johnson finds a hole and has a nice return into Cardinal territory.
Again, great field position for Osseo here to continue to try and put points on the board.
.26 seconds remain here in the third quarter. About a 30-yard return for Zamir Johnson. He's definitely a dangerous athlete, too.
No doubt.
Not to be overlooked when we talk about Omar Knighton and Iggy Cooper and the nights they've had. Iggy Cooper over 100 yards on 3 catches, all 3 for scores. Handoff goes up the middle. Michael Criswell doesn't get much. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, we'll see if they just let this quarter run out.
I would guess that this will take us to the fourth quarter. And with a 35-point edge, it will be, as we talked about, running time from the time we start. And that will be right after this break. You're watching high school football live on CTN. Back at Osseo High School, Hanson Stadium, the Orioles having their way with the Cardinals, and it's a running clock. They started the clock running before they even snapped it. They're not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to start until they snap the ball on the first play, but
nonetheless,
either way, it's Criswell on the carry. He's going to gain about 5. Looks like they're giving him close to 6. They'll set up third down.
well, they have first down. Oh, that second, they just changed it.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they did.
It's third and
It's
4.
third down, yeah.
I'm aware.
Yes. I know you are. Now it's 4th and 10.
No, it's not at all. 4th and 10. It's 3rd and 4.
There we go.
from
we
the
got
39.
It. We're there.
They still think the ball's on the 45. If you're there, they go. Now everybody's on the same page. And the Orioles going to take their time, use up the
I
play
would.
clock.
I would.
And off, and there's another first down, another broken tackle. Griswold finally corralled at the 32 after a gain of 7.
Yeah, and they can again continue to run the football, take the time off the clock, and get their first win of the season.
In convincing fashion.
Yes, sir.
And for the Cardinals, again, you go back to you've got to do anything you can, win a play, win a possession, get a stop, get a score.
Yep.
Anything you can, anything positive that you can take away from this, because as you talked about, 84 points. They've been outscored 84-7 through 7 quarters this season. They need to try and win this fourth quarter,
They
even
certainly
with
do.
the running time. Handoff goes to Noah Graves, and he dances around, but pretty much just back to the line of scrimmage. He had a 44-yard catch last week.
Yeah.
As obviously Maple Grove a very tough team, but they were limited to 128 total yards last week. 96 of them came on 2 plays. A 52-yard catch by Zamir Johnson and a 44-yard catch by Noah Graves. So 2nd and 10 from the Cardinal 32. Pass right side. It was a good athletic play to go up for Cody DeGogo. Nearly tipped it to himself.
He did. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're throwing the football. Why not just continue to run it and just take the clock down?
It doesn't matter. The clock runs either way.
But you risk the turnover by throwing it.
You do. But, at this point, you've got to also remember from their perspective, you've got some guys out there that are your second string, your guys that you may have to look to I
understand all that.
When things change. You've got to know what they can do in all situations and all kinds of plays. This run for Jabril Hall down to the 29-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll set up 4th down.
8-yard
Sorry,
gain.
the 24. I'll figure this game out yet.
Eventually. It's math. That's, you and I went to Minneapolis Public Schools, so our math skills are weak.
4th and 2. Little miscommunication. Krantz went to hand the ball off, and the running back went the other way. Krantz going to be stopped in the backfield. And the Cardinals will take over on downs.
Another Cardinal down on the field. Coach Russin said they've been dealing with a lot of injuries.
And that was before tonight.
I was going to say, but that was before tonight.
They're dealing with a bunch more since kickoff. Cardinals will take over from their own 28-yard line. 7:54 on the clock. Clock does stop on the change of possession, and now we have a timeout, Osseo. Because why not? You can't take them home with you.
Well, yeah, but are you
sure?
sure?
They
could
don't
take
carry
them home.
over.
They don't. No, I know they don't carry over to the next game.
It's not like PTO that you carry over from one year to the next. That's not the way it works.
I get it.
And just as they have a lot of second-string guys out there on the offense, I'm sure the same is said of their defense at this point, up 42-7 in the 4th. On a more positive note, it's a beautiful night.
Yes, it is.
Gorgeous sunset.
It's a little cool today.
Sliver of a moon. starting to feel a little fall-like after Labor
Well,
Day.
that's going to change here
Football
shortly.
weather.
It's going to get hot next week again in the 80s.
Funny, our definition of hot versus others.
Yes. Well,
that's downright chilly in desert climates. A bad snap, it's low, and I think Osseo fell on top of it, and they did. And the Cardinals' offense was on for a snap, and they immediately turned it back over. Is that the third turnover of the night, plus 2 on downs?
Shouldn't the clock be running?
No, change of possession.
Oh, it didn't. But it didn't start. I don't think it
Yeah,
even
it did.
Did it? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it was at 7:54. So 13 seconds.
No, 13 seconds.
And I don't think that play took 13 seconds, but mercy's sake, at this point. Yeah, when you think things can't go worse for the Cardinals, they do. And so again, you're looking for any positive you can take out of this last 7.5 minutes as you look to welcome St. Michael next week.
Correct.
Jabril Hall on that carry. Gain of 9. Hall will get it again. Looking for room on the right. Avoids a tackle. Trying to get outside. Cuts back, has a first down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, just a nice piece of running for him as he's able to get some positive yards. Your favorite player on the team has to be number 80 for the Orioles. He's out there.
He is almost my size.
5'4", 118.
I've got him in weight. Height. It's pretty close. A lot of pre-snap adjustments for Osseo. 1st and goal. On the keeper, Kranz will take it down inside the 5 to the 4.
Got a little misdirection there. Defense didn't catch it. And he's able to get a little bit closer to the stripe.
Yeah, we're going to have another timeout. Maybe this is official timeout.
It is.
So 2nd and goal from the 4. Low snap. Kranz able to pick it back up, looking for room right side. And he is able to spin his way in for the touchdown.
Lost possession.
Osseo scores again.
Yeah, but he crossed the stripe. Again, just pushing that ball over the stripe. Makes it 48-7.
They keep the no. Kranz does
yeah.
I forgot he does the holding.
Kicking. The holding.
High snap. Cran's able to get it down. The kick is right straight through. It's good. And it is 49-7.
Yeah, they've a lot to cheer about here on this side of the field. So as that now makes it a 42-point lead.
Well, I mean, again, you look at their possessions here in the second half. I mean, outside of the opening possession, which they started inside their 18, and they did drive it the full 82 yards. Since then, they've had 2 possessions that started inside the 10, and then this one that they did start from the 45 on one possession that then they turned it over on fourth down, but then got it back one play later on a Cardinal turnover. And they get this possession at the 25. I mean, 3 possessions of 25 or less yards makes things a world easier to just roll up your lead. And they have taken advantage of it.
They have,
again,
certainly have.
Really, the only time they have been stopped all game was when they had the bad snap on their opening possession. And then, of course, obviously, as I mentioned, they did turn it over on downs in this second half. Joitza with a nice return, finds a hole and shakes a couple of tacklers, takes it back out to about the 46, 47-yard line. It's a return of about 30 yards.
Well, and the Cardinal faithful are finding anything to cheer about, and they got to cheer there on that nice return.
And the Cardinals will take over from their own 46. But see, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know that the Cardinals are going to complain about it, but technically, clock is supposed to stop, I thought, on change of possession. They're not supposed to restart until the ball is snapped on first down.
We have a new quarterback.
We do have a new quarterback. This is Murteza Muhammad. His pass is incomplete.
Coach Russin getting an opportunity to see Muhammad, an opportunity for him to call some play, get some plays, and see if he can run this offense.
Another undersized quarterback at 5'9", 165 pounds, also a senior. So not exactly a piece you could build around for the future. Muhammad, quick throw right side, is complete to John Pence.
There's a late hit out of bounds.
No flag, though. Oh, there was a foul.
Yeah, there was a foul. Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds.
And that is the one thing that the Orioles coaching staff, I'm sure, would like to see done a little bit better.
Right. 8 penalties for 95 yards for the Orioles.
Over 200 yards in penalties in this game. Between the two teams, that's
not good.
That's not good. So the Cardinals have it 1st and 10 from the 33. Muhammad airing it out down the right side. That pass is incomplete.
It was a pretty nice pass, though. He put it right where only the receiver could get it, just maybe a little bit too much.
Looking for Pence again.
It was a pretty ball.
Muhammad with 3 receivers on the left side. Pintz alone on the right. Low snap. He's able to scoop it back up, avoid a little bit of pressure. Cut forward, avoid another tackle. And he's able to get upfield for a gain of a couple. Stopped at the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
Again, putting the ball on the turf, and Muhammad making a good play, picking it up and getting something positive out of it. Under 2 left in this contest.
Muhammad looking to his left, now scrambles and will run to the right. He's got a 1st down, and Moore gains the corner and stood up, knocked out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, nice job. Just looked downfield, realized he didn't have anybody, and he's able to use his feet to move the chains.
Gain of 17. Set up 1st and 10 from the 13. As we tick down to the final minute, the Orioles fans were maybe worried to celebrate too early, didn't want to jinx anything, and now know that their team is going to walk away a winner, and even their record at 1-1.
Yeah, Cardinals dropped to 0-2, and a lot of things to look at.
Muhammad to the end zone, incomplete, looking for Pintz in the back corner.
I'll see if they can get one more play off. Under 30.
Possibly the last play of the game, likely the last play. Down to the final 10 seconds. Muhammad looking to his left. Throws, and that's overthrown. A little miscommunication, and that'll be the end of the ball game. The Cardinals not only falling to 0-2, but 91 to 7. They've been outscored through 2 games.
Yep, that's not something that Coach Russin ever could have dreamt of to start this season, that they were going to be outscored by that margin after 2 games.
And especially to be outscored by this opponent.
Yep.
Not to take anything away from the
No.
Osseo Orioles, but it is another team, another program that is typically like the Cardinals, fighting for in that lower half of this very tough Northwest Suburban. Not the team you would think to be on the same level of the Centennials and Maple Grove.
I wouldn't think so either, but look at the scoreboard. It's 49-7.
It is, and they have some very, very nice pieces here.
They do.
And all of their athletes really had big nights here tonight, and they all came together to pile it on. The Cardinals lose 49-7.
Yeah, it's home game next week, and they're definitely going to have to regroup and think, what do we need to do to perform better? And that's basically it is. We're not performing on any level.
Well, we will be there back at the Cardinals Stadium when they welcome the St. Michael Albertville Saints. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final, Osseo 49, Coon Rapids 7. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, which is Neil Bellagio and Bruce Chafee on cameras, Neil Hennon on the production and the computer, the one and only stats master Harley Schultz, my friend Howie Shapiro. I am Joe Yund saying goodnight.